Well, hello guys, PokePlayer, and today I'm back for another video, and today's video is a new moveset video, and today's moveset is about the Pokemon Cherrim. And Cherrim is definitely a Pokemon that is not used at all. The only way that people use Cherrim is in the sun, and that's how I'm going to use Cherrim today as well. And I've got some pretty neat movesets today, and I'm happy to show these two movesets to you guys. We have two movesets. One offensive moveset and one defensive moveset, but let's just not spoil too much. And let's go into Cherrim's stats. So Cherrim has some pretty okay stats, but it is not really powerful, unfortunately enough. And that's the main reason why Cherrim isn't used as much as it could be if it would have had better stats. But Cherrim is known in the Pokédex as the Blossom Pokemon, and it likes to change its forms when it is in the sun, and that's what makes Cherrim really unique. That's the only Pokemon that's able to do that. And for the ability, Cherrim has the ability Flower Gift, which is also a unique ability. So I'm really feeling like Cherrim deserves a Mega Evolution too, by the way. It is so unique, but no one uses it, and that's so... it's a shame, in my opinion. But the ability Flower Gift means that if Cherrim is in the sun and it transformed, it will boost its attack by 1.5 and its special defense by 1.5 as well. But it also boosts the attack and special defense of its teammates, which is a really good ability. But it's just a shame that it isn't used as much. But for the stats, Cherrim has a 70 HP stat, which is just Main Street. Most Pokemon have 70 HP stat, 60 attack stat, a 70 defense stat, a 87, 78 special attack stat, a 87 special defense stat, and an 85 speed stat. So it is all pretty pretty mediocre. The special attack is pretty decent, the speed is also pretty decent, but it's nothing is really standing out on Cherrim. But let's go on to our first moveset. So the first moveset that I'm going to show you guys is the Sweeping Cherrim, and this is the Cherrim you will see most of the times if you see a Cherrim, which is not going to happen most likely, but if you do see a Cherrim, this is what most people run. And this is what I'm going to show you guys today. For the item, you should go with the Heat Rock, because it'll extend the duration of the sun. So if you set up the sun, it will be there for 7 turns, I believe, instead of 5 or 4 turns. It's really good. And it really helps you out, because you'll support your team much better and much longer. And you'll be able to make use of the sun much better and much longer as well. And you could also go with the Life Orb if you want to go for a straight up power Cherrim and not rely as much on the sun. For the ability, of course, Flower Gift, because that's the only ability Cherrim possesses. And for the nature, Nave, because this is a mixed Cherrim. And for the moves, I would go with Sunny Day, of course, because you want to set up the sun with Cherrim. That's just what all Cherrims needs to do. And Petal Blizzard, I went mixed because if Cherrim is in the sun, it will boost its attack by 1.5, and having a 60 attack, that will mean that it has a 90 attack stat, and that's better than the 87 attack stat that it already special attack stat that it already had. And for the other moves, I would definitely go with Weather Ball, because that is good against Steel and Grass types, because what Weather Ball does is in the sun it turns into a 100 base power fire type move, and in the rain it will turn into a 100 base power water type move. You know the deal. And for the last moves, that's just what you want to run. You could run Return, because fire types wall this moveset, but you could also run Growth if you know that your opponent is not bringing a fire type, or if you want to go risky. And Growth actually boosts your attack and special attack by 2 stages in the sun, which is ridiculously good. So if you manage to get up the sun and the Growth boost, you'll definitely be able to wreck your opponent's team, especially if you also have the Life Orb on it. But if you want to go with Growth, I would definitely recommend the Heat Rock, because it'll extend the possibility of you setting up the Growth and that's just easier. And for the EV spread, I would go with 252 speed, 148 attack, because you're more relying on physical attack since you have return and Pedal Blizzard, and since Pedal Blizzard is your only stab move and it's physical, and 108 special attack. And well, that's just the first moveset. Let's go on to my last and favorite moveset. And this is my last and final moveset for Cherrim for today. And this is a defensive Cherrim, actually a specially defensive Cherrim. And what the Cherrim likes to do is, it likes to set up Sun, of course, because it's a Cherrim. And because of the 1.5 special defense boost that you get in the Sun, you can tank hits pretty darn nicely. I will show a calc in the screen. No, I forgot to do that, but I'll add it in the screen right now. And that's just an Ice Beam from a Regice. That's how good specially defensive Cherrim actually is. But let's go on for the item and ability and nature. So the item for Cherrim should be Heat Rock, to be honest. That's the best item you can run, because you can get the boost for the most time. You could also go for the leftovers if you want to feel a bit more safe on the health side of things. But I would definitely recommend Heat Rock for the set. But I gave leftovers as an option because it's still an option. And for the abilities, Flower Gift, of course. The nature, I would definitely go with Calm. And for the moves, I would go with Sunny Day, because you are setting up the Sun, of course. And I would go with Lead Seed, because the Lead Seed recovery is always nice, and it's always good to get some health back from your opponents. For the other healing move, I would go with Morning Sun, because Morning Sun gets a boost in the Sun as well, which makes this really useful. And it heals, instead of 50%, it heals 75%, I believe. So you can take hits from Regice, for example, go for the Morning Sun, set up your Lead Seed, take another hit, go for another Morning Sun, maybe Giga Drain because you have enough health back and you know that you can Morning Sun the second turn. And the last move is Giga Drain, as I just said, and that's just a good reliable recovery move. So this Cherrim definitely relies on health, getting health back, which is really good. And for the EV spread, this is just a standard specially defensive EV spread. 252 HP, 252 special defense and 4 defense. Just mixed out defensive special defense, but more special defense, of course. So let's go on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Cherrim moveset video. I did like both those sets, and I really think Cherrim deserves something to help it out, because it's just not powerful enough. But I tried to make cool sets for Cherrim, and I hope you guys enjoy the sets. If there are any Pokemon that you would like to see a moveset for, leave that down into the comment section. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and then I'll see you guys in my next video. Later.